What are the hidden costs of staying in a job that doesn't align with your values and career goals anymore? How does this impact your professional identity and opportunities for advancement? This is what we are going to discuss today. Let's see. And hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Leadership Hacks series. I'm your host, Dr. Nabila Diab, leadership, mindset, and career consultant. And today we are addressing a topic that's particularly relevant to many women, especially in the GCC region. And I often get asked this question. Nabila, what if I stay on in this job, even if I don't love it? I'm bored by it. It doesn't answer my requirements anymore. Now, in the session, we are going to talk about why staying in a job you don't like can be more costly than the decision to leave. So say hi, say hello, everyone. Hello. Yes, good evening, everyone. So let's first of all start by exploring the impact of staying in a job that you don't like. So the concept of a job dissatisfaction, after a year or 2 or 3 years, you start feeling like, it's the same routine. It's boring. It's I'm just doing it. You see what I mean? So Gallup study found that disengaged employees, people who go to work and they are not interested, have a 37% higher absenteeism rate. 37% absenteeism rate, 18%, that's almost 20%, one fifth, 18% lower productivity, and 15% lower profitability. So the results are huge on the company and for yourself as well. So, but beyond these statistics, what are the personal costs, especially for women in demanding in leadership roles? Now we'll delve into the how dissatisfaction can impact your professional growth, mental health, and personal life. What do you think, first of all? What do you think? What do you think? Let's imagine that you are in a position which is no longer appealing for you, but you're just staying there because of the convenience, maybe because of the convenience of the paycheck, and so on and so forth. um what are, if you like, the hidden costs for this? You see, so making like a career change isn't just about personal fulfillment. It's an economic decision as well, the economic decision for the family, the economic decision for the country. So according to a McKinsey report, advancing women's equality, especially for women, in the GCC could add around 2.7 trillion dollars, to their collective GDP by 2025. This is a huge number. But for you as a person, what would this mean beyond economies and beyond everything? What do you think? Like imagine somebody, starts getting bored, what are the outcomes of this? Hello, everyone. Can you share with us your point of view? What do you think? Of course, yes, we are going to get bored. We are going to start losing heart. Our productivity is going to get a hit. Um, we are going to, kind of try to find ways to fill in the time and use that time probably for things which are not so, productive, like gossiping, like complaining, like finding the little, thing that is not working every time, doesn't it? Right? So let's discuss how making bold career moves can contribute not only to your own personal success, but also to the broader picture. What do you think, everyone? What do you think about this? How can staying in a job that doesn't fulfill you, how can it impact your life? Of course, it's going to impact, first of all, your own mental health. You're going to be bored. You're going to wake up in the morning and you are not happy. You are not satisfied. You are not motivated. You are dragging your feet. You are perhaps arriving late, and all of this is happening one thing at a time. Why? Because you started losing heart. And it's one of two things. Um, how about when the company takes a direction that is no longer, in alignment with your own values? Let's say a company decides to do certain investment or banking, or related to clients, related to customers, and you don't really approve of the direction it's taking, right? It's like you are doing something against your own values. So how is this going to affect you? So a lot of times people come and they say, but I don't have a choice. I have to stay because I can't afford a cut in the income for my family. I have, educational fees to pay for my kids. I have this and I have that. And in no time, they stay in jobs that are no longer appealing to them. And, the more they stay, the more they hit the ceiling effect. They hit a ceiling effect, they hit that place where, further to that, they start spiraling down into a place where, instead of continuing to grow, they will start going downward. So, in fact, there is a law, which is the law of laws in this universe, which is create or disintegrate. So it's either we are moving up, we are moving forward and onward, we are creating more service, we are creating more, uh, you know, uh, products, more service, we are giving more of our skills, we are developing ourselves and the company, or there's no point where you say, I'm stable at this point and I'm going to stay in here no matter what. There is a point where when you hit that point, it's going to go downward. This is the law of diminishing returns. The law of diminishing returns, that's where you start getting less for doing more. You may be forcing yourself to go to work. You may be forcing yourself to do the work. You may be forcing yourself to produce, and but the results are smaller and smaller, and they are spiraling down and down and down. This is the law of diminishing returns. Say hello, say hi. Hi, everyone. How is everyone doing? Okay, this is so good. So, hello, Professor Imad Saad. We are talking about the hidden cost of staying in a job we don't like anymore. What's your take, Professor Imad Saad? What's the price we have to pay for staying in a job that we don't like, that's not warming your heart anymore, that's not appealing to us anymore, that's not motivating us anymore? Hello, hello, Umama and Zahra and Professor Imad Saad. Please, what's your take on this? What do you think? What's the hidden cost of staying in a job that is no longer appealing, that is no longer in alignment with your values, that's no longer in alignment with your career goals? There's no synchronicity between what you want to achieve and what the job is offering you. What do you think? What's the price we have to pay for staying in jobs that we don't like anymore, that's not appealing for us anymore? So you say the so as you see, the start point of this discussion is always the motivation and ambition killer. I totally agree. I totally agree, Umama. Look, when we stay in, so the key principle on which, perhaps as a first element for the discussion, is the law of laws, which is create or disintegrate. Have you ever seen like a flower that stays the same? It blossoms, full blossom, full blown blossom, and it stays there and it says, I'm so beautiful, I'm going to stay in here forever. Of course, no. There is a life cycle for everything. And so the same applies for our career. And our career has a cycle and has like a curve to it. So it's either you are creating, you are improving, you are developing, you are creating more service, more business, more products, more client satisfaction, more of everything, or the opposite is going to happen. And a lot of times, a lot of people do not even feel it, or only after such a long period of time that they say, yeah, I've been too long in this position, it killed me, it didn't give me the satisfaction I want. But they stay too long, they stay too long. Why? Because sometimes there is the voice of obligation. I have to do this, I have to do for my kids, I have to do this for my family. And they underestimate the importance of forcing themselves to stay in a place they don't like versus making a quantum leap or a quantum jump into a better place, where not only they are going to be motivated, not only they are going to to satisfy their needs and their career goals, but they are also going to be better rewarded financially. Because let me tell you this, enthusiasm and the way you do your job or the way you operate in your career, it cannot be hidden. It shows in the way you think, in the way you develop, in the way you act, in the way you behave, in the way you take business, in the way you interact with your colleagues. So it cannot be hidden. Your enthusiasm, whether you like what you are doing or you don't, is very, very clear in everything you do. We call it being in the spirit of it. So if you are in the spirit of your business, or in the spirit of your job, or in the spirit of your position, uh, I'm sure it shows everywhere. It's going to show in the way you do all of these things. And that enthusiasm is what makes you get through an interview and get the job. Because sometimes people have the same qualifications, some other people might even be more qualified than you, but somebody is so infused, so enthusiastic, it's contagious. He makes you as an interviewer love their energy, and you say, wow, this is somebody I want to add to my team. Why? Because because enthusiasm is contagious. Somebody might have the qualifications and the degrees and everything, but when that oomph, that thing, that talking from the heart and doing things from the heart and doing things, that's contagious. Because you put somebody like that in your staff room, in your college, in your school, in your company, it's going to amplify, and it's going to reach out to everyone around, and everybody will be saying, oh, he's so motivated and so ambitious, and you know they get to develop those as well. Let me see some of your comments here. Professor Ahmed, there can be various reasons why people choose to stay in a job they no longer enjoy. Here are some common factors. Financial security, that's the number one. That's the number one. One of the primary reasons, the need for financial stability. People may feel hesitant to leave a job, of course. Absolutely, because they have bills, loans, family responsibilities. Two, the fear of change. That's a big, big one. I agree. The fear of change. Change can be intimidating. Absolutely. Because what if I don't like it? What if it doesn't happen? What if all the scary what if start coming on us? And the prospect of leaving a familiar job for an uncertain future can create a lot of instability and hesitation. I love this. Thanks so much, Professor Imad Saad. Umama, staying in the same position and repeating the same routines, it's like it resembles, being stuck in the comfort zone and fearing to embrace new challenges and opportunities. Absolutely. But, wouldn't you agree, Umama, that when we stay in that same place, one, the employer is going to take you for granted. And at one point, I think this was something one of my clients told me. She says, Nabila, it's been 11 years I've been in the position, and it's like I'm almost invisible now. Like when there are promotions, they don't think about me. They don't think of me as a potential candidate for that position. It's like I am like a standing point or a standing piece in the company, let's say doing analysis or doing statements in a bank or something, and people can think of me as just that. Why is that? That's complacency. It's complacency. It's because you've been taken for granted. You are not reaching out of the comfort zone, and you are not showcasing your value. Because if you do things, and I know, like all of you, we are all doing things from the heart because we want to help and everything. But if you do things and you do it without positioning yourself well, without highlighting, without talking about what you bring to the table, you're putting yourself in a place where you will be taken for granted. Why? Because people have no time. You say, oh, but my boss knows that I am doing this, and my boss knows. Your boss is too busy. And this is literally, again, I mentioned this, the survival of the fittest. It's your capacity and it's your ability to really do things. Yes, do the extra mile, get out of the comfort zone, but at the same time, showcase what you are doing so as people don't take you for granted. So very, very easy to fall in the trap of saying, yeah, I'll do my work, I'll go the extra mile, and people will know, and they will reward me in the right way. The more we advance, the more it's getting busier and busier, the less people have time to really check. So it's your responsibility to take a charge of your career and go the extra mile. Yes, absolutely. Leave people with the impression of increase and go the extra mile. But at the same time, really, really make sure that you gain the visibility because of the extra miles you've been taking, you gain the visibility that you so much deserve. I love it. I love it. You don't want to be stuck in the same place. Okay, so I think I read this as well. So, so there are, to wrap up this call, there are visible costs if you do not advance in your career, which is stagnation. You're going to stay stuck for a while, up to a certain level. And then what's going to happen, because everything will be moving up, your colleagues will be stepping up in bigger and bigger roles. The economy is going to develop, inflation is going to grow, recession is going. So all of these things. And if you are staying in the same salary and in the same job, that means like actually you are going down when everything is going up, and you are staying in the same place. It literally means that you are going. So, and the hidden costs of staying in a job you don't love, you get disheartened, you lose heart, especially if the company is going in a direction that's not in alignment with your career goals, with your values. So staying in the same place you're going to lose heart, lose motivation, lose enthusiasm. You are going to be left over, and little by little you're going to see you are going to be pushed on the side in the company, and you are no longer given like the projects or the good projects or the big projects that you usually get. And of course, it's going to prevent you from advancing, from making the next quantum leap that you so much deserve. So, in a nutshell, wouldn't you agree with me, my friends here, that sometimes my clients tell me, what's the cost, Nabila? What's the cost for anything, for a program or anything? And I tell them, if you do it or if you don't do it. Because there is a cost if you do it, and there is a cost if you don't do it. And you need to weigh pros and cons as to what is the best way. And I think in this particular case, I've seen so many women stay in a place because they are so obligated by the salary that they are scared and they are unable to, move forward. And as a result, they lose big time, and they have like even junior people step up and advance, because if you do not take the leap, somebody is going to take the leap and is still going to take the lead and is going to position themselves as the leader instead of you, and lots of things. So all I can say at this point in time is that stability or staying in one place is not an option anymore. It's not an option at all anymore. In a world where everything is moving and shifting and changing, developing, changing, quantum leaping, embracing the change is no longer an option. It is an obligation. We have to do it if you want to continue to have the value that you have in the marketplace. If you continue to have the marketplace value, you're going to need to make these tweaks, these moves, these shifts, these quantum leaps into better and bigger positions. Because as I said, I guarantee you, when somebody is not in the spirit of the job, is not infused by the job, is not motivated by the job, it shows in every aspect of your career. So, so to wrap up, let's summarize our key insights here. Remember, staying in a job you don't love can have hidden costs. There is a cost if you take the jump, and there is a cost if you don't take the jump, and if you make the change or you don't. While challenging, it can lead, so even making the quantum leap could be challenging. I'm not saying it's going to be a piece of cake, but even though challenging, it can lead to greater fulfillment and opportunities. You'll expand your skills and your talents. You'll showcase the next level up you're capable of. You're going to expand your level of awareness and consciousness into the next level up. And you are going to, if you like, bring a breath of fresh air into what you are doing and enjoy the new position. Let's read another comment by Professor Ahmed. Mediation and hypocrisy by managers are issues that individuals may encounter in the workplace. Let's take a look at each. Mediation refers to a situation where the interests of different parties or conflicts between them are reconciled in the context of work. This is so good, Dr. Ahmed. Thank you so much for your contribution regarding and shedding light on this aspect. So, in the face of these choices, what do you choose? Are you going to hang in there, or are you going to make a leap of faith? If you are making a leap of faith, hashtag, quantum. Can you please do hashtag quantum? And we will share with you an opportunity to go on a 15-minute call with me, and we will strategize for your next level up. So hashtag quantum or hashtag career, and we can strategize your next beautiful career into your next position. How awesome is that? So hashtag quantum or hashtag career, and we can send you the 15-minute slot so as we can discuss and strategize your next career jump. Are you ready? Have a great evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on the Leadership Hacks. We hope this episode empowers you to take a charge of your career and make decisions that align with your aspirations and well-beings. Don't let that affect your mental health, your financial stability and everything. Stay tuned for more insights and strategies in our upcoming episodes. So the quantum leadership hacks every Monday at 7 p.m. KSA. Thank you, everyone, and bye-bye.